It's 1990. I'm a freshman in college. I attempt to make spaghetti sauce. I completely destroyed it. It was completely disgusting, and that was the start of my culinary career. I decided to become a great chef. So meanwhile, I'm getting my BFA in studio art, and my parents they can't grasp, like, why are you getting an art degree? What in the world are you gonna do with an art degree? But I knew that someday I was gonna utilize that art and really use my passions. So for the next, I graduated college. I married a wonderful wife. I think she's over here. I had 2 kids, started a web design business, but from an artistic standpoint, I just lost it. I didn't do hardly any art, and I lost that passion. So 12 years later, I did my first sculpted cake, and the light bulb went off. And it really got me thinking. It's like, maybe there's something here. So I called a friend from college, and I said, someday I'm gonna take this cake and I'm gonna make it an actual sculpture, not just cake, but real art. So for the next 3 years, I pushed and pushed and pushed and I really struggled with my skills. I've never taken a culinary class, so everything is self-taught. And I would be working from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. while my wife and kids were sleeping. I had my full-time job, and it just really was starting to become my passion, and I found it. This was really the first sculpture that I had done since college. This was Noon Night 2010, and it really put my skills to the test. It was the first piece that I had done in front of a crowd, and it was in front of about 5,000 people. First day of the event, no one's really ever done this before, so no one knew what I was doing. People thought I was nuts. So you can see at this point, I'm really starting to push what an armature is and push what a cake is. And it ended up going viral on the web, and it really started to get more exposure for me. So at this point, I'm really pushing the envelope of what is a cake. The zombie dog, it growled at you, his eyes glowed up, the mouth moved, the turntable moves, the car, the wheels spin, and I'm a big Food Network junkie, and I was really trying to get the attention of Food Network. And right when I was about to give up, 1 week after I did the zombie dog, Food Network called, and they invited me to Food Network Challenge, which was huge. And the opportunities started opening up. I did this piece for Hard Rock Hotel. Everything's edible. The DVDs are edible. The eyeglasses are edible. And just 4 months after that, the opportunities continued. I did this piece for the National Association of Catering and Events. It was at the Peabody, so I decided to do a duck and a boy. I did the duck live, and some of the boy in front of 120 of the most important people in the hospitality industry in the Orlando area. So this was, we had filmed in March, and they didn't air until 6 months after. So it was just this huge, nerve-wracking experience to wait all that time. And this is Food Network. And yes, we did win. We won the $10,000. So my confidence was building. This was going to be a 15-minute presentation. I ended up giving an hour-and-a-half presentation. And after the hour and a half, I pulled this random guy out of the crowd, and I sculpted his head in 20 minutes. And that's what that is right there. And at this point, I really wanted to do something beyond just cake. I really wanted to expand myself and see what can I do to help the world. And I teamed up with an organization called Icing Smiles. They're kind of like Make-A-Wish, but for cakes. And I went ahead and I put this video together and highlighted Ellen, but she hasn't called yet. So, so just 2 weeks after that, I did this piece for the Tampa Festival of Chocolate, and you can see just sculpturally, it's really starting to develop. You can see the precision and the detail and the anatomy is really starting to come along. And then just 1 month later, I did this for the Pulisic Museum and Sculpture Gardens. I really feel like this is one of the most beautiful pieces that I've done so far. Everything's chocolate, the strings are chocolate, and then it's cake from the base to the waist, and then solid chocolate from the waist to the head. And then just 2 months later, this was really pushing my skills in terms of armature. I was a 182-pound saxophone musician and 480 servings of cake. So as you can imagine, there's no way you can allow it to fall. I mean, you had to really make sure that the structure was sturdy and it was a freestanding structure. So this is the final piece. And what made this really special and exciting was it really incorporated everything that I was trying to do with tastings and education. I incorporated jazz music, and it really became what I'm doing now, which I'm calling live cake sculpting experiences. So just 2 months later, I was invited to New York City, which was a huge dream come true to be an artist and to be able to go up to New York. And I got to team up with another chef and artist, and we collaborated, and we put together this piece. And then just 1 month later, I was invited to Aruba for the International Celebrity Chef Showdown. And again, I got to work with a New York City celebrity. She's been on Food Network 3 times. She was on the We Channel, so it was really an honor to work with her and do this snorkeler. So these are some of the things that I've got coming up in 2013. And actually this year too, just in 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing the New York Chocolate Show. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what else I can do over the years to come. So, thank you.